Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs and is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Cowboys and the reigning NFC champs coming up next.
Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First carry for Nick Chubb, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
And not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
2nd and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. After the turnover, here's Murray. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Now Murray off play action. Rolling to his left. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. To throw is Murray. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. His kick is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not looking.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing second and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over first and 10. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. There to make the ground. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
And Hill will opt for the touchback. Houston's offense taking over again.
And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw here taken in by Ingram.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
The 40. The 20. 10. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Coup for the extra point.
He's got it, and it's 17-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Dak Prescott and the offense heading back onto the field. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. An opening for Chubb on first down as he dashes forward for about 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. We've done all year that coming up at halftime we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience I can tell you that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 31 yards.
And the Cowboys get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense.
He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Elliott now to add the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Well, the Cardinals going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play.
We got this.
Murray now on first down. And this one complete to Smith. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Play fake. Murray. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
A final shot before half for Murray. Past the 20. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. But first, let's take
an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Get it done. Let's go.
The Cardinals ready to go here to start the third quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score.
Murray fighting, lost the football, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover, but I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And quickly, they get to the line. Play action. Now it's Murray. They'll roll him out right. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And they're going to speed things up here.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created a push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Prescott from the gun. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they work this out past the 25.
They were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And now off to the races, down the right side, and down to the 28-yard line. A huge play there for Houston.
Well, we've said it many times, Charles, when you have weapons like this at the wide receiver position, just get him the football any way that you can, and here it's in the run game.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, oh, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Off the play fake, Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab.
And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On play action, it's Murray. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cardinals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And he slings one that's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion. But still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do. And don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Well, that's true. You've said that before. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football,
the Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down.
I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took him to the limits.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Prescott. He's letting it fly for Cooks. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Cowboys are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. On 1st and 10, here's Murray.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Elliott on for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
Murray trying again after the pick 6. It's caught. Smith. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Murray to air it out again. Complete. Smith has it. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And now they're in the hurry-up. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way around. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And this play a lot like the previous one. Thanks to that stout Cardinal defense, back-to-back they've been tackled behind the line. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Now a handoff here to his running back.
56 yards on the ground for him so far.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
He gets away from one. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team,